Did I go overboard? I think so. Buongiorno, welcome to my channel. My name is Noura and today I am going to share with you a mega haul. We are talking about more than 40 fragrances. Yes, I know. It's really a lot. Things accumulate and I just went overboard in the last months, especially with niche and expensive fragrances. So I will divide this haul to 3 parts. My first part will be niche and luxury fragrances. I have here quite a lot, you will see, and then I will do a spring summer haul and then another one for all the rest. So part 1, I will start with niche and luxury fragrances, and look how much bags I have. This is Dior. I have also a Lancome. I have 2 bags from Armani. yes, I went overboard, I know. I have Tom Ford, and I have also 3 fragrances that I bought online here. So yeah, it's quite a lot, I know. So I will just pick the first one here, and this is Juliette Has A Gun Vanilla Vibes. I finally bought it. If you are a subscriber, you will know that I talked about this one in my first try of niche fragrances, which I will leave linked up here if you want to watch it. And spoiler alert, this is not the only one I bought from that video. There is another one which I will show you next. So here is Juliette Has A Gun. Ta-da! This bottle is stunning, stunning. I love it. Oh, love the sprayer. Look at that. Oh, such a... This is a very gorgeous salty vanilla. There is nothing I ever smelled that is similar to this one. So addictive. Perfect for summer vacation, tropical kind of a vibe. This is so addictive. When I first sprayed it, I was not blown away, but this fragrance has something. You can't stop smelling yourself once you apply it, and now I am totally in love with it. Again, this is a salty vanilla, tropical, fresh, also very warm. I think it has benzoin and tonka, but mostly what you get is the salt and the vanilla, and maybe a little bit of like the benzoin, so a little bit of an ambery touch in the background. But oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. I highly recommend you try this fragrance. It's a beauty. So Juliette Has A Gun. Next I have Tom Ford, and I finally bought Fleur de Portofino. This was on my wish list for the longest time. I got it in the 50 ml. Here is the bottle. The bottle is beautiful. I actually still have the card, so I will just spray it on the card. Yeah. I get a little bit of a... Yeah, of course you get citruses, but I get a little bit of like gardenia, magnolia, and also jasmine. Yes, you get your jasmine. So mainly, if you don't know how this smells, this is a typical white floral with citrus, perfect for the summer. I get also lemon. And some like a little bit more sweeter citrus note, like maybe mandarin. I imagine the beach. I don't know. When I smell it, I immediately think of a beach. So I looked up the notes. Shocking, there is no gardenia, although I can swear I smell gardenia. So you have in the top notes seringa, which I don't know what it is, to be honest. Then tangerine. Okay, this is maybe like the sweet citrusy note. Bergamot, Sicilian lemon, orange leaf, violet leaf. Middle notes you have black locust, jasmine, orange blossom, magnolia, osmanthus, Moroccan rose. Oh my god, a lot of notes. Base you have black locust, honey, ambrette, Civet, Vanilla, Tolo Balsam, Labdanum. I hope the civet is a synthetic one, because I will be very upset if this is a natural civet. But I think in Europe it's not allowed. I hope. If anyone knows anything about that, please write me in the comment down below. So Tom Ford Fleur de Portofino. Now let's move to Lancome, and I have here two fragrances from the private line. First one is Fig Groom. This is a fig fragrance. I'm not the biggest fan of figs, but I tried it in the store, and to be honest, I bought it because here in Italy you can't find the small size of Lancome private lines anymore. So when I saw there was a discount and this is the last one available, I just bought it, just to be honest. I would just spray it in the box. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy because I didn't remember anymore how did it smell. Yeah, now I am happy that I did. Perfect for summer. I get a lot of citrus also here, so and some sweetness, but I think it's the fig. It comes from the fig itself. Quite nice. My first thought is, how much is it similar to Fico di Amalfi from Acqua di Parma, which I actually like. So I went and got my tester. I have it here. No, they are different. They are definitely different. Acqua di Parma is more natural. Yes, both fig fragrances, but yeah, this is less natural. So I looked up the notes and they list only figs, jasmine and citrus notes. To be honest, I don't get the jasmine, I just get citrusy notes and figs. I'm so happy that I bought it, and I love the bottle. Actually all bottles from the private line of Lancome, they are just stunning. Next is a full bottle of Pivoine Printemps. I hope I am pronouncing it correctly. And this is a peony fragrance. So Pivoine Printemps translates to spring peonies. I did an unboxing actually of all these fragrances on Instagram. Here is again the stunning bottle. I may collect them only for the bottles. Ooh. It's a very fresh peony, but also rose. Perfect spring summer fragrance. Fresh, uplifting, springtime in the garden. So beautiful. Again, they list only 3 notes: peony, rose and pink pepper. I do get a little bit of pink pepper actually, but I think there is also musk. I can't wait to rock this now that spring is coming. I love it. I discovered this year that I love peony, and I think I will do a dedicated video of all peony fragrances that I know of. So stay tuned if you are also a peony lover. Now let's move to Christian Dior. I don't know when I will upload this video, but I did a first impression of the private line from Maison Christian Dior fragrances, and immediately afterward I bought these two. So I have here Gris Dior and Jasmin des Anges. Spoiler alert, I am trying to have samples of all the line, so I can do a dedicated video to all Maison Christian Dior fragrances. So stay tuned. I have here Gris Dior, and this is my favorite fragrance from Maison Christian Dior. Of course, of the one that I smelled. It's a chypre. You get a lot of oak moss. It has also patchouli, but I'm not bothered by the patchouli actually. It's fresh, it's woody, it's earthy. I love it. You have also a little bit of rose, So addictive. This is not love at first sniff kind of a fragrance. I grew to love it actually. When I first tested it on my skin, all the time I continued to smell my hands, and next day I wanted to test another fragrance, but I just couldn't and sprayed it again. This is why I immediately, when I had the chance, immediately went and bought it. So beautiful, very classy and elegant, signature worthy, so classy, so elegant. This is a lady fragrance. Oh yes, I love it, I love it, I love it. So here, let me read you the notes very quickly. You have rose, you have oak musk, you have patchouli, you have bergamot, cedar, amber, and sandalwood. Mostly what I get is oak musk and patchouli. You get also the rose, and in the dry down you get a little bit of the amber. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. I highly recommend. So if you are on the hunt for an elegant, classy fragrance that is also signature worthy, check this one out. It's beautiful. Next we have Jasmin des Anges. And as I said in my review of the Maison Christian Dior, this is exactly the jasmine that I smelled in Egypt, like natural jasmine. It's very smooth. It's a very smooth jasmine, sweet, but not in a heavy way. You get a little bit of a powderiness in it. Oh, so beautiful. This is a typical springtime and also, of course, summer fragrance. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. This and Gris Dior are my absolute favorite from the Maison Christian Dior. It's fresh, it's intoxicating, a little bit playful, uplifting. Yeah, I love the sweetness in this fragrance. Unfortunately, longevity and sillage on this one was not the best, but it was okay. So let me read you the notes. You have in the top bergamot. Mid notes you have jasmine, apricot, osmanthus, peach, and in the base you have white, musk, and vanilla. What you mostly get is the jasmine, and the sweetness comes from the vanilla, apricot, and peach. But here, really, it's not like I really can smell apricot or peach. Again, it's a very lovely summer, spring fragrance, fresh with a little bit of playfulness. This is how I would describe this fragrance. Then in the big box here I have one of the most famous fragrances from Maison Christian Dior, and this has Fab Delicious. I was really on the fence about Fab Delicious for the longest time. Then, when I heard that Maison Christian Dior is coming out with a new fragrance called Taupe Color, I just bought this one just to get the sample of Taupe Color because I didn't want to blind buy it. Yeah, this is how crazy I am. And I think my problem with this fragrance is the opening. I don't like the opening so much. The opening has a little bit of an aggressive, sharp booziness. I really dislike the opening. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know from where the booziness comes from. Sharpness, I think, comes from the lavender and the mint in the opening. But really, it's really difficult for me to smell like the notes here. Mostly when I get more notes when it really dries down. So I get the chocolate, this caramel note in it. I also get the tonka, of course. The main character of this fragrance is the tonka. So if you dislike the opening of this fragrance, give it a chance. In the dry down, it develops to this very addictive, gourmand, spicy fragrance. It's a staple for Oriental lovers. I know this is one of their best sellers. Yeah, anyway, let me read you the notes. Top notes you have lavender, mint, bergamot. In the mid you have sour cherry, jasmine, freesia. Yes, you get the sour cherry, and I love it actually. In the base you get the tonka, vanilla, cacao, caramel, praline, benzoin, milk, sandalwood, leather, cedar, Yes, it's a gourmand bomb, as you can imagine. But the spiciness of this fragrance makes it bearable for me to wear. Another thing about this fragrance it has an amazing longevity and sillage. I think from the whole line, the best longevity and sillage has this one. An absolute staple for a gourmand, oriental, spicy lovers for sure. Now let's move to Armani, and I have again 3 fragrances. First one is Ambre Eccentrico. I am pronouncing it in Italian, so I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Then I have Pivoine Suzhou. Suzhou. This is French, so don't judge me. Then I have here Jasmin Kusamono. This is a Jasmin. As you can see, this is a Jasmin fragrance. This is a Peony fragrance. And this is Amber. And this one is gorgeous. And I had the chance to play with this fragrance because I've sampled it more than once. And I fell in love with it. I didn't show you like the presentation because really Armani Privé line is one of the best presentation in the market. Can you see? Beautiful. Oh, yes. It's amber, it's sweet, but not too sweet. It has a fruity note. Again, it has the cinnamon, but it's not an overbearing cinnamon. It's blended to perfection. Everything is balanced. This is what I can. This is how I would describe this fragrance. It's very balanced fragrance. It's ambery, it's spicy, it's sweet, but nothing overwhelms you. You also get the plum. It has a plum note here, and I think also tonka. It has a good longevity and sillage. So it's not a beast mode. But I still love it. Actually, I don't like so much beast mode fragrances, just saying. Again, balance. This is exactly like the balance that I want in a fragrance. I want people to smell me, but I don't want to overwhelm people. It has a good longevity. So it's not a fragrance that will remain with me for too long, so I can switch fragrances, which is something that I often do. So yeah, it's just the perfect balance. So let me tell you about the notes. It has amber, dried fruits, cinnamon, tonka bean, dried plum and patchouli. And as I said, it's mostly amber, cinnamon and plum. I would describe this fragrance as an amber, mysterious, balanced fragrance. It's definitely very elegant. It's elegant, it's class, definitely for winter time, maybe also in cold days of autumn. But yes, a cold weather fragrance for sure. Yeah, that was Ambre Eccentrico from Armani Privé. Next I have Pivoine Suzhou, and in the bottle you have like a Chinese poem here imprinted on the box. Of course I don't know what it means. Maybe I will look it up and see. The inspiration behind this fragrance, I think, was a city like a Venice of Asia, like a city full with canals in China. And if I remember correctly, this was fruity peony again, but different to the Lancome one. And to be honest, I prefer this one to the Lancome one. So feminine, so delicate, has a transparent, watery character to it. Although the name has peony in it, I get more rose. You get also the peony, but it's in the background. But mostly what I get is rose. There is rose, there is raspberry, so it's quite sweet from the raspberry. Again, suitable for summer and yeah, springtime. This screams spring to me. Fruity, a little bit girly, but in a very delicate, elegant, classy way again. When I say girly, it's not that I mean that this is for a teenager. What I mean by girly, that it has this playfulness and fun aspect to it. It's quite whimsical. This is how I would describe it. The only thing about the whole line that comes in a transparent bottle, I think it's called L'eau, which means water. They are all eau de toilette, so longevity and sillage is not the best. But I still love this one. So, Pivoine Suzhou has in the top notes raspberry, pink pepper, mandarin orange. In the mid notes you have peony, May rose. In the base you have musk, amber and patchouli. I don't get the patchouli. Yeah, the musk a little bit, but patchouli, no, I don't get the patchouli. So if you don't like patchouli, don't worry. Yeah, this is what I get. It's a rose with some peony and raspberry and some musky soapiness in the background. I absolutely love it, and I absolutely recommend this one for springtime. My last one from Armani is Jasmin Kusamono. I actually don't remember how this fragrance smells. And I have to admit, I remember I bought it really in a hurry, so I'm a little bit anxious if I really like it or not. Yeah, Jasmin. Oh, it's beautiful. Thank God. I was really worried. I'm the only one that sometimes you go in a shop and I don't know, you just want to decide very quickly, so you buy really in a hurry and don't take your time to think about what you are doing. This is what happened with me with this fragrance, because they had a discount, and it's really rare to find the private line from Armani included, so this is why I was a little bit like too excited. Yeah, it's Jasmin. Again, I think there is musk, and there is another flower here, but I don't know what it is. Again, it has this transparent, watery character to it. And yes, again, summer, springtime fragrance. Shocking, Jasmin. Okay, Jasmin Kusamono has in the top notes nashi pear, pink pepper. In mid notes you have lily of the valley. Yes, this is what I was smelling. Lily of the valley, jasmine, orange blossom. I didn't get it so much actually. Base you have cedar and sandalwood. Yeah, maybe the cedar a little bit, but yeah, again, so definitely what I mostly get is the jasmine, then a lily of the valley, and I didn't really have the time to sample it, and before buying it I will have to update you on this one and longevity and sillage, and if I would recommend it or not. So that was Jasmin Kusamono. Now let's get to a really luxury fragrance, and this is Amouage Honor. Again, a fragrance that you saw me test in the niche fragrance video. Oh, so beautiful. I love it so much. For those who don't know, Amouage Honor, it's just so beautiful, is a gardenia, so a white floral in general, but heavy on the gardenia. So sometimes gardenia in fragrances gives me a little bit of greenness, so it has a very sharp green edge to it. Like the gardenia from Les Exclusives line from Chanel. This one doesn't have. It has a slight sharp greenness to it, but it's not bothering me so much. It has some creaminess in it. It's blended to perfection. And when you first spray it, you get a fresh gardenia and tuberose scent, but in the dry down, it gets a little bit creamy, but not creamy like Tuberose Imperial or Vert Malachite from Armani Privé. No, it's a very soft creaminess, and I think this is a perfect like wedding fragrance. Oh yeah, because when I smell this fragrance, what comes to my mind is always a very classy, elegant woman in a white dress. It's very romantic and has an innocent touch to it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite fragrances of all time. Longevity is quite good on this fragrance. Sillage is, I mean, it's a typical white floral. So for a white floral, it has a very nice sillage actually. I can't complain. And again, as I said, sillage is not so important for me. So people will smell you maybe like an arm length, let's say. So I am so happy to have this in my collection. And I again can't wait to wear this one. Last and certainly not least, we have my first Parfum de Marly. And this is a man fragrance, or from the man collection. And this is, sorry. And this is Oajan. And again, this is an amber spicy fragrance. Oh my god, the cap is really heavy. This is an amber fragrance with an overdose of honey and cinnamon. To be honest, now that I opened this one and I opened also Fab Delicious, I prefer this one to Fab Delicious. So beautiful. And this is unisex. Don't be put off don't mind that this one is in the men fragrance collection from Parfum de Marly. This is unisex, leaning actually feminine in my opinion. And this is beast mode. When you spray it, it will remain almost forever. No, not forever, but I mean it will remain almost for the whole day. Projects like crazy. So if you are into oriental amber spicy fragrances and you love cinnamon, oh, get this one. It has a sweetness from the honey and the benzoin, but it's not overly sweet in any way. It's blended to perfection, but you have to love cinnamon. If you don't like cinnamon, don't get this one. It's really heavy on the cinnamon, especially in the opening, and the cinnamon actually remains till the dry down. It doesn't go away, and it's quite predominant. So let me read you the notes. Top notes, you have cinnamon, honey, you get it, osmanthus. In the mid notes you have benzoin, ambergris, labdanum, artemisia. In the base you have tonka, vanilla, patchouli, musk. A beautiful concoction. Oh yeah. Oajan, highly recommend for men or women. So that concludes my video for part 1 of my haul. I know I went overboard, but really all these fragrances except of the Dior one I got on discount, and it was a chance, and I just couldn't resist. So I hope you liked this video. Stay tuned for part 2 and part 3 of my haul. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of fragrance reviews and I have a lot of exciting videos coming very soon. So stay tuned and do hit the notification bell. See you next time. Ciao.